Okay, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. Can we all hear me loud and clear? If you can hear me loud and clear, just go to the chat room and type one. Good evening. If you can hear me loud and clear, go to the chat room and type one. I want to be sure that you can all hear me loud and clear. Okay, awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you very much for the feedback. So let me know where you are joining us from tonight. Let me know where you're joining us from tonight, whether you're joining from Lagos, you're joining from Badagry, you're joining from London, from anywhere you're joining us from tonight. Please let's know where you are joining us from tonight. You're all welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay. So let's know where you are joining us from tonight. Just mention your name and your location. Okay. Olufunke Ola Davis is from Ibadan. Okay. You're welcome. Whether you're joining us from within Lagos, outside Lagos, anywhere you are joining us from tonight, we would like to know you and also acknowledge you. Okay. So let's quickly do that in the chat room. So I am Ekweluwa, of course. I'm joining from Lagos in Bagada to be precise. Okay. So let's know where you are joining us from tonight. Can we get more people? Okay, Idris, Mr. Idris is Adebayo is joining us from Lagos also. Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah. So let's get more people. Let's get more people to respond. Let's quickly do that. Let's quickly do that. And I know that more people are still going to join us. More people are still going to join us. Okay. So in case you have anybody that you know they are supposed to be in this session tonight, please let's send them a reminder so that they can join us and so that we can start as quickly as possible. So if Oluwa Alake is from Lagos or some, you're welcome. Let's get more people responding. Let's get more people responding. And while we are waiting for other people to respond, my name is Okolu Awune, and I'm the executive director in charge of projects with LifePage. And LifePage has been in the business of making lives richer. And for the past 14 years, May precisely this May, that is about to round up tomorrow, made it 14 years that we've been in the business of making lives richer. Okay. So, Olanipekun Phillips from Lagos, you are also welcome. You are welcome. So, what we are having tonight is something that I believe is going to be revolutionary and is going to change the life of everybody that is on this call tonight. Okay. It's not just something that will affect your finances. It will affect your finances and it will also have a significant impact on your future. That is one thing I strongly believe. Okay, so let's still get more people to join us. Let's send them reminders and reminders and reminders and reminders. I know a lot of people probably, I hope not all the people that registered for this program are not Arsenal fans, okay? And there will always be another Champions League. So let's just keep our attention to this place. Okay, so we've been in the business of real estate for the past 14 years, and we've delivered quite a number of projects. A lot of people have partnered with us. A lot of people have done business with us. There are testimonials left, right, and center. People that have partnered with us have made money. People that have bought real estate property from us, houses, land. People have done land banking with us, and they've seen their wealth literally grow. And one of the things we usually say is this: no matter the state you have financially, no matter the state you are financially, we have a strong belief and strong conviction that when you partner with us, there is no way your income will not increase. There's no way intellectually you will not become better. Okay. So let's still get more people. Let's know where you are joining us from tonight. So tonight we are going to be um, going through something that is going to be very, very, very powerful shortly. So let's get more people. So for those that are just joining us, just go to the chat room. Let's know where you are joining us from there so that we can just acknowledge and feel ourselves. And as we are doing that, right, uh, this program we are going through, right? It's something that a whole lot, in fact, there are people that are developers today have gone through the same program in the time past, and it has literally revolutionized their life. Most of it, there are different ways you can go into real estate, okay? I'm not starting right now, but I just need to explain this. There are different ways you can go to real estate, okay? So you can go into real estate as a developer, you can go into real estate as a regulator, you can go into real estate speculators, construction, different things. But one of the cheapest way you can go into real estate is being a realtor. Yes, it's one of the best and the cheapest and the easiest way that you can go into real estate. Okay. So Adewale Ashade is from Joko. How is Joko today? Okay, that's one of the best way you can go into real estate. And going into real estate using that route is also very, very, very convenient. And we're going to be looking at how you can meet your financial target as a realtor. Okay, but now, I mean, May is ending. By Monday, we are entering into the midst of the year. So middle of the year starts from June to July. So I know that some of us have made a lot of money. Some of you have been making money left, right, and center. So I want you to go into your comment section, to the chat room right now. And I want you to type how much do you want to make in the remaining 7 days of this year, 7 months of this year? So we've done 5 months already. So the remaining 7 months of this year, how much do you want to make? So it can be 1 million naira, it can be 2 million naira. I know there are so many people on this call probably they don't really like so much money. They probably they are of the school of thought that says that more money, more problem. Okay, so probably that's the school of thought that they belong. So please, I'm waiting for your response in the chat room. How much do you want to make, okay, between now and end of this year? In the next 7 months, how much do you want to make? Okay, I have here Joshua Yusuf wants to make 100 million. Okay, we are going to look at how you are going to achieve that 100 million. Okay, that's not a problem. Who else? Who else do we have? Who else do we have? I love the boldness, Mr. Joshua Yusuf. I love the fact that you went all out. You are not holding back. There's some people who hold back. They just say, I beg anything at all, now you bad. Okay. So for Mr. Yusuf now, in the next 7 months, he wants to make 100 million. So what that means is that he has to be making about 20 million naira on a monthly basis. Okay. So Mr. Idris wants to do 500 million. Yes. People are coming out with some of those intimidating figures. Okay. Don't be intimidated. Just type your own, right? Mr. Idris wants to make 500 million between now and the end of the year. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay. Who else? Who else? Who else wants to do that? Louisa wants to make 1 billion. 1 billion. That's not bad. That's not bad. It's doable. It's very, very doable. Okay. You please don't raise your hand. We will not allow anybody to unmute. You can only type to ask questions. So please, you can only type to ask questions. Okay. Bethel, that's a lovely name. We want to make 7 million naira. Oh, that's interesting. That means we want to make 1 million naira on a monthly basis. Okay. Very, very good. Very, very good. When you are typing this figure, one of the things I want you to understand and have at the back of your mind is this. Okay. I don't know what probably you have debts. You need to know whether the money I'm going to be making, can it take care of the debt that I have? Can it take care of my accommodation? Can it take care of my movements? Can it take care of a whole lot of things? Okay. Sheun Timileni saying 700 million. That's good. That's good. 700 million is not bad. 700 million is not bad at all. It's doable. It's doable. Okay. So what that means is that on the monthly basis, Mr. Sheun or Madam Sheun wants to be doing 100 million naira on a monthly basis, which is very, very doable. It's something that can happen. So who else? Who else? Who else? I've just seen response about 5 people. We are almost 30 here on this call. So let me get more response. Let me get more response. How much do you want to make between now and end of this year? What that means is this: from the month of June, I mean, literally, May is over, right? Just less than 48 hours to the end of May. I mean, by this time tomorrow, less than 48 hours, let's say, to the end of May. So from June, So you have June, you have July, you have August, you have September, you have October, you have November, and you have December. So 7 solid months is before us, right? And a whole lot can happen. So much possibilities can happen. So much possibilities can happen. A whole lot can happen. So 7 months is too much for things to move. Okay. So who else? Who else wants to help us? How much do you want to make between now and end of the year? So we have like about 30 seconds to do this, right? My slide is already up, so I want to quickly start moving. And by the way, while we are waiting for others to respond, I want to quickly share this with us in case you have any question. And some of the things we are going to be talking about tonight, any question or any clarification that you want to make, right? Just make sure you go to the chat room and drop them. We will not allow you to unmute your mic, okay? So that we can have some measure of serenity. Please, you will not be allowed to unmute your mic. So all you can do is just to type your question in the chat room, because as we enter into the this session right now, it's going to be um, I'm going to be saying a lot. I'm going to be sharing a lot, and I'm very sure you are going to enjoy and have a great time. So, how to achieve your sales and financial target as a realtor? Okay, so whether you are a newbie, whether you've been doing this for long, or you just stumble on this advert and you find yourself here. Okay, like I said earlier, one of the best way you can go into realtor going to real estate is to start as a realtor. It's going to give you a lot of learning opportunities, because see, starting as a realtor automatically gives you access to assets that you don't need to go and look for money to start. All you just do as a realtor is this, because in every typical and major real estate business, there are always two major legs, right? The people that sells and the people that are the developers that create the product that people sell. Okay, so if you don't have enough capital, right, to 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 go into developing, okay, to go into developing. So what you can then do is take advantage of the network of people that you have, right? Take advantage of the network of people that you have. And by taking advantage of the network of people, by offering them assets, right? Offering them products, you've been able to use that. And at the end of the day, you can also build up capital that you can then use to start as a developer. That's the template a whole lot of people that have gone through this training have used in time past. So let's quickly look at the core problem that I'm trying to resolve tonight. Okay, why a lot of realtors, right, miss out on their targets, right? A lot of people that are realtors, a lot of people that are salespeople, why do they miss out on their target? Number one, there's no clear goal, no clear income goal. You know, the reason why I asked the question I asked earlier is because I wanted to know how many people really have a goal for this year, how much they want to make. And if you are not clear about the goal you want to make, how much you want to make, it will be very, very difficult for you to track it, right? And it was obvious even from the few people that responded. Okay, if for instance now you enter into this year and you make your target is I want to make 44 million naira. Okay, that's 2 million naira on a monthly basis, right? Probably in the first 5 months you made 10 million. What it logically means is that in the next 7 months, I have 14 million to make, right? To be easy for you to answer. That's why a lot of people didn't answer the question. No clear goal. Number two is that we confuse activity for results. You know, we confuse what activity for results. Right? There are things you keep doing and doing and doing and doing, and it's not giving you regular results, right? We confuse activity for results. And if you don't pay attention to what is giving you result, there's always something called the 80-20 principle, okay? It's called the Pareto's principle. There is always a set of key activities that gives you the highest number and volume of result, okay? Then number three is that there's no project, no products to target. You don't have enough product. It's either, these are things that I've seen over the years, right? It's either you do not have enough product to go around, or you are carrying the product you do not have the capacity to sell. Okay? Or you are misaligning. You just have so many products that you cannot push at the same time. There is no focus, right? So product misalignment and lack of targets is one of the greatest challenges that people are faced. They don't know how many deals they must even close. For instance, now for somebody that has a target of 24 million naira this year, you must be able to say, because that's one of the questions we are going to be answering in this session tonight, that how much do I need to sell to be able to give me this product? Okay, very, very important. And lastly, is that prospecting without strategy. You don't have any strategy, you just keep talking to everybody. No, when you want to cast your net, there must be a side of the river that you must cast your net, and you must know the timing of how you target. So let's quickly answer these 4 questions to unlock our finances. Number one is the question of income. How much money do you want to make? So now, I want us to do this together. For everybody that is on this call right now, I want you to write this down. You can even use your phone to take notes or use the chat room to take notes. Number one question is that how much do you want to make? That's one critical thing that you do not want to, you must not, how will I put it? It must not be a guesswork. It must be very, very precise. It's not that I just want to make money. No, 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 no. How much money do you want to make? It's very, very important. You see, when something becomes precise, it becomes very clear. It's not a guesswork. It's not, you're not just saying something randomly. No, you are precise about the amount of money that you want to make. And it must be time bound too. You cannot just leave it open ended. So, number one is how much do I want to make? We are going to pick each of them one after the other. But let me just quickly run through them. Number two, question that we must answer, and you must answer tonight, which I believe you are taking notice, how much sales, okay, how much sales value will fetch me this income. Let me give you a practical example. So there was a particular um, man that went through this course many, many months ago, and we were discussing. He said there was a particular time that his wife used to make jest of him a whole lot because he was not really making money. And he said there was a particular time that he wrote the amount of money that he wants to make. He wrote it very boldly and he put it in their bedroom. He did what? He put it in their bedroom. He said, while he put it in their bedroom, he said the wife will pass through the place, will make jest of him. He will pass through the place. And he did not only put how much he want to make, he put how many sales he needs to cover. That's the power of visualization. So tonight, as we are doing this, you need to don't have your goal, don't have your vision as just a mental picture in your head. No, write it down. So by writing it down is the first realization that goal is going to be achieved. So don't just have it as a mental picture in your head. Don't just have it as a mental picture in your head. Write it down. Okay? So how much value do I need to get? So I'm going to break that down. How much value do I need to sell to be able to achieve that goal? Number three is this, which is products. How many products? How many products do I need to sell to be able to achieve? Number two is the question of value. Number three is the question of product. Then number four is who are the people that will buy this thing? Is it not angels that will buy it? In fact, there's something in real estate that is very interesting. Okay, so when it comes to real estate, it is people that give value to real estate. Without people, real estate does not have value. So in the real sense, everybody that is in the game or in the business of real estate, whether you're a realtor, you're a developer, you're in the people's game. So your people management skill must go up. Your people nurturing skill must go up. Your people relational skill must go up. Can somebody go into the chat room right now and type it? I'm in the people's game. I'm in the people's game. I'm in the people's game. Just go to the chat room. I want to be sure that you are with me. Just go to the chat room right now and just type it. I'm in the people's game. That's what I do. On Monday, I deal with people. On Tuesday, I deal with people. On Thursday, I deal with people. On Wednesday, I deal with people. Okay? So you are in the people's game. You are managing people. People are not disturbing you. Yeah, thank you very much, Jennifer. All right? You are in the people game. Yes, 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 yes. You everything you think, you sleep, you wake up, it is people because they are the one that gives value to you. See, let me pause there and say this. See, every money that you need is in someone's hand. Every money. Because see, until we understand and decode these people game thing and the dimension of people in everything that we are doing, right? We will just be putting effort, we will just be struggling. Let me just use that word. I think that's just the right word. Okay. See, every money that you need right now, every fund that you need right now, every challenge that you need right now, that the money that is meant for that solution to that problem is in someone's hand right now. But how will you collect the money? Okay. What you now need is a value that will exchange that money into your own hands. And we're going to be looking at that shortly. So let's begin to answer these questions one after the other. Let's begin to answer the question one after the other because of time also. Time is very, very important because I would like to take our questions. So how much money do I want to make? So this question, right, is a question of income. And for those that are confused, let me guide you a little bit. Let me guide you a little bit. Mhm. Your income, what should determine your income is the obligation and your aspiration. Your what? Your obligation and your aspiration. So what are your obligations? Your obligations are the things that will go wrong if you don't pay them. If you don't pay your children's school fees, embarrassment will come to you. If you don't pay your house rent, you will be homeless. If you don't pay your phone bill, you will not have that. I mean, you will not be able to call. You will not be able to communicate. And imagine as a person that is in the business of people, you cannot communicate. You see, so if you have health challenges and you can't pay your health bills, you are in big, big problem. Okay, so income is obligation and aspiration. Okay, so your income, so you should have what are your obligations. So you are supposed to write it down currently. If you have debts, that's one of your obligations. You need to pay rent. It's one of your obligations. You have an aged mother. That's one of your obligations. So all those list of things, you have commitments. You have you are doing different trips at job. Those are your obligations. That is what should determine the figure, the income, the goal that you want to set for yourself. I don't know whether you understand that. So that is one of the things. See, you know the reason why this is very, very important. Let me use this as an example. Right? Let me use this as an example. You know, there are so many people that I don't know whether some of us, and I want some people to respond to me. Have you ever been in a tight situation that naturally you know there is no way you could have come out of it? But because you found yourself in that tight situation, solution came. Okay? I remember there was a time I used to stay in a very particular house. So the house beside us caught fire. The house beside us caught fire. This is a true life story. True life story, my story. And it was the fire started around maybe 5 or 4 p.m. thereabout. And the fire burned all through the night. We were trying to quench the fire. The more we tried to quench the fire, the more the fire. So we had a neighbor. It was a block of flats. So we had a neighbor, and that neighbor she's quite on the big side. And at the same time, she was pregnant. Big side, but pregnant. But as soon as she realized she was trying to help to quench the fire, but at some point in time, I think there was some flammable substances in the house that was on fire. So the thing just caught fire. So the flame became so big. So instead of us trying to quench the fire, what now happens is this. We're trying to run away from the fire because it's about to catch. I mean, the fire was about to, our own very particular house about to be set on fire. So we're running. So all of us fled. Do you know the first person that escaped? The woman that was fat and was pregnant. Where did she get the energy to run that race? Where did she get that energy from? Because there was an obligation on her life. She was carrying a life, right? She knows that something will go wrong if I stay here. She knows that she's the only one that needs help to run. She didn't ask for help, but she was just trying to run faster. Even those of us that were young, sharp guys, we couldn't even meet up with her. That's to tell you when you know that these are my obligations and these are something must go wrong if I don't get this done. Okay. Then there are other aspects of your income that before you set your income, there are other aspects that is called aspiration. So these are the things that you enjoy. Things like, okay, I want to do personal development. You can't say you want to go and do your PhD, you want to go and do your master's, you want to further education. If you are still going out strength. No, it can't work now. Okay? You can't say you want to go on vacation, you want to do lifestyle, you want to do savings. No, it is when you have all your obligations are taken care of. That's where you now know your aspiration to can also be sorted. Then you put the two together. Okay? So by putting the two together, that is what gives you your what your income target should be. So look at this now. I believe you can all see my screen, right? So now the income we are setting here as an illustration is our obligation plus our aspiration. So we use 5 million. I mean, these are just hypothetical. So I believe as I'm explaining, you are also doing yours, okay? Because very, very important, right? So now 5 million plus 5 million gives us what? 10 million naira. And we're going to do a simple calculation on how we're going to achieve this 10 million naira. So for those that hold 100 million, those that hold 200 million, don't worry, you do your own simple, you see how you achieve yours also. Just follow the process that we are currently going through right now. Okay? So, but there are a few questions I want you to answer. Why you need to answer this question? This very particular question is because number one, if you don't know how much you want to make, there's this there's a proverbs that says that what pursues a rat, eh? And the rat saw fire in front of its in front, and it went straight inside the fire is more than the fire that was pursuing that rat, right? And that proverbs is quite. I mean, there's this movie Mufasa. I don't know whether some of us watch Mufasa. So there was a time I took my son to go and watch the movie. It's called Mufasa. And there was a particular scene in that Mufasa, the two lions, they were arguing, right? And they saw a deer, I think it should be a deer, pass in between the two of them. And the two of them look at them and say, how we, lion, we are discussing a deer that is supposed to be our food, pass in front of us. They just look at themselves and say, what must be pursuing this deer? And the deer pass in front of us must be more than us. Do you know what the two of them did? They just pick race, right? Because at every point in time, because if you don't set this income target, you are not going to be purpose driven. That's one, okay? And you won't be able to separate what is priority from what is not priority, okay? You will not be able to give yourself some measure of focus, and you don't have what you can review against. Okay, so this target that you have set for yourself is like a market scheme, right? It's a market scheme. So that market scheme is what you set your goal against every month, every week, so you break it down. For 10 million now, 10 million, you can say that's okay. My target is 1 million naira on a monthly basis. I just want to use 10 months to achieve this. So by the end of month one, you do a target. You check yourself out. What have I achieved? Okay, what have I achieved? If you don't achieve it, what are the things that made me not to achieve it? If you achieve it, what were the things that I did right that made me to achieve it? Okay, so let me quickly move because of time. So now that you have set the target, okay, your income, the next question that we want to answer is now, how much sales will fetch me this income? You remember how we did those questions earlier on, okay? So now this is a question. So in our own system, we pay the minimum. We pay different levels of commission, but for everybody on this call, there are some things I'm going to be rolling out as offers, and you have the opportunity to be earning as high as 15%. But for the ease of calculation, I'm just using 10%. Okay, let's assume that for every time you make sales, you earn a 10% commission. That's what we are using here. So what that means is that as soon as you have made the sale of 100 million, What that means, you sold product worth 100 million naira, right? You will automatically make income of 10 million naira. If you are still with me, just type 5 in the chat for me. If you are still with me, type 5 in the chat for me. I just want to be sure that we are still with me. I want to be sure that I'm not rushing. I want to be sure that everybody is still with me. Okay, okay, okay. I think 2 people, 3, okay, 4, okay, 5, okay. That's good, that's good. So let's move. Okay. So now that we have set the target on the value of the product that we need to sell, but how many units of this product? Because that's another critical thing. So it depends on the product that is available to you. And please, before I even answer this, you see, when it comes to selling, is either you are selling high volume, expensive products to uh, few people, or you are selling mass market product. Okay, so what that means is this. So it's either you are selling maybe, for instance, now there are property that is just one is 100 million, and there are property that probably their one is 1 million naira. So if your target is to get 100 million, so if you are selling, and one of those products is just 1 million naira, what it means is that you need to sell 100 units. That's what is here. If it's 10 million, you need to sell 10 units. If it's 5 million, you need to sell 20 units. Right? For instance, now we have a project that is, the price is changing from tomorrow, from Monday. The offer is closing tomorrow. Our palm plantation project. Our palm plantation project, 1 hectare is 11 million naira. Okay, so anybody that sells 9 of that 11 million naira is automatically 99 million. So it's even closer to 100. And some people are earning as high as 15% commission on that 99 million naira, right? So I'm just using that as an example. But for the ease of calculation, what we have done here is just to use 10 million naira. So what that means is this: all you just need to sell is just 10 plots using this as calculation. So when you are calculating yours, all you just need to know is, or do right now, is this: what are the products that are available to me? What are the products that I have the strength to sell? Because it's not all the products that you have the strength to sell or the network to sell. That's another very, very important thing. Okay? It's not all the products that you have the strength or the network to sell. Okay? Very, very important. Okay. So let's now go to the last part now. Question. Okay, yes. I've explained this actually. So the fact that you have 10 products to sell or 10 plots to sell does not mean that you will only be talking to 10 people. No. The rule is very, very important. You must follow it. Most of the time, you need to do your leads. So let me break this down so that some of us can get it very well. For you to sell 10, the simple example I have done here is that for you to sell 10, you must have active people that are ready to pay you, that are 20. Active people that are like ready to pay you. Like, when I mean active people, you must have like 20 people that have asked for form already and an account number. So because it's a game of numbers. If I want to sell to 10, I should be talking to like 200 people. So that at least 5% of 200 is 10. Worst case scenario, I will be able to do the conversion. Okay? So you do your own. And for those that are experienced, right? For those that are experienced, because you see, when you generate leads, there are 4 categories of people that you attract. Let me quickly list that. And every salesperson must understand this. When you generate leads, there are 4 categories of people. Those that can buy, that means those that have the financial capacity to buy. Those that can't buy, they don't have the financial capacity to buy. The third category is that those that will buy, those are people that have interest in buying. That does not mean that they have the financial capacity. Okay? And the last one is those that won't buy. They might have the financial capacity, but they will not buy. Maybe because the product you are offering them does not meet their need at this very point in time. Time will not permit us, the fact, time will not permit us to go into all the conversation of all this when it comes to sales, right? And that is the reason why I want to quickly pause here. And because there are so many things that has to do with sales, right? And making sure that you move from the realms of just the numbers on paper to the realization at hand, right? And we have what we call the Realtor Mentoring Program. I don't know whether any of my team member can quickly pull that up. So there's an offer, the Realtor Mentoring Program. So the Realtor Mentoring Program is a system and structure. It's a self-paced training that has been put together in such a way that it will help you. It's more or less like it will hold you, right, through your journey from when you have set your income target, okay, till when you will achieve that income target. That's what the Realtor Mentoring Program does. So it's a self-paced program that you will achieve. And you see, the beautiful thing about the Realtor Mentoring Program is this. You are going to be mentored by Dr. Ladipo Clement, right? Normally, he's the one that's supposed to take this session, but because he's engaged in other things, that's why I'm stepping in for him, okay? So you will have a one-on-one session with him. He's going to have coaching section with you, right? And that is a very, very, very powerful, very, very powerful. I think it will be dropped. The details of the Realtor Mentoring Program is being shared right now, and it will also be dropped in the WhatsApp group or whoever invited you, okay? And this opportunity is something I want you to take advantage of. Take advantage of it, right? The whole total package of what is in it, the valuation is about 300,000 naira thereabout, okay? But we are giving everybody on this call the opportunity to just to pay a peanut. I'm waiting for the flyer, please. I thought we were sharing the flyer just now. So we're giving everybody on this call the opportunity to just pay a token of 20,000 naira for the next 72 hours. So you have between today and June 1st, which is Monday, to pay a token of 20,000 naira. See, the reason why we put that price to it, we could have just made it free. Since what you are getting right now is free. But we have to put that price to it to make sure that, see, everybody that is coming to that place is like a commitment fee. It's like to test your seriousness. That's the reason why we put it to. I mean, even if 1,000 people, right, register for that program, that 20,000 naira is not compared to, I mean, putting our energy in selling our product, okay? But we want as many people as possible. Like I said, there are so many people that have gone through this system, and today they become fantastic and great people. Okay, are we still sharing the flyer, or they'll get it in the community? So let me quickly continue. So in case you have any question, please just drop the question in the chat room, and I'll come back to it. Okay, yes. So this is it. So if you just, it's a self-paced group coaching call with Dr. Ladipo Clement himself. That's the CEO. You can see his picture. That's the CEO of Life Page. So these are some of the things you are getting, right? You are going to have access to self-paced realtor training course. And there's also a bi-monthly, twice every month, there's a group coaching course session, which is something else, and for the whole 1 year. And also there's a community that will help you. There's a group community that will also help you. Okay, there are so many rewards, commission, left, right, and center, opportunity to network. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and they are also priceless. So all you just need to do, right, for anybody that is interested, you need account details, you need anything, just send RMP, because you have just 72 hours, between now. So you have today's Saturday, you have Sunday, then Monday, by midnight of Monday, your 72 hours up. So just send RMP to 0906,5737. Send RMP to that number, and all the details, okay? All the details will be shared with you. I can see that questions are coming in. I'm going to touch on the question. Let me go back to my class right now So keep dropping your questions, keep dropping your questions. I'll come back and attend to them. Okay. So don't forget what you need to send. You just send RMP. You can send it on WhatsApp to 090-6000-5737. Just send RMP. Somebody should type that in the chat room for me, please. RMP. So RMP to 090-6000-5737. Please, someone drop it in the chat room so that it will be easy for people. And you can also drop the number. The number is 090-6000. No, you will send it not on this call. You are not sending it in this chat room. You are sending it as WhatsApp message to 090-6000-5737. Please, admin, drop the number so that people can just pick it up. So while we are doing that, let's quickly round up on, thank you very much, Nina. So while we are doing that, let's quickly round up on this. So there's always a journey from leads. So when you register for RNP, all of this will be shared with you. I mean, it's one area that we've perfected, right? So now the question of people. Like I said, anybody that is into real estate, you are in the business of people. One area that this is where most realtors struggle. In fact, most business people struggle. Because at every point in time, when you have a sales problem, basically what you have is a people problem. Yes. Because it is not ghosts, it's not angel that will buy what you are selling. It is people that will buy what you are selling. So please go to the chat room and type this. It is people that will buy what I'm selling. People. Just type people. Just type people. 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 Just type people in the chat room. So you must be able to answer the people question because your buyers are not hiding. They are already gathering somewhere. So you must be able to, where are my buyers? Where are my buyers? Where are the people that are going to buy from me? At every point in time, you must have it. You must be able to answer. So there are so many places where you can get some for those that are Christian, worship center, mosque, association. There are so many associations. Yesterday, I was still having a meeting with a cooperative, right? And that cooperative, there are over 1,000 of them in that cooperative, right? That is a ready-made market, right? It's just for me to keep nurturing those two. That 1,000 people, for everybody in the cooperative, they have the potential to buy from me. So that's a ready-made 1,000 people that can buy products from me. It's just for me to keep talking to them, okay? Functions, events, right? Have the opportunity to go and do presentations at events. All of these are where money is hiding. You know, I was having a conversation with someone, and the person was saying something, and I want us to have this mindset. The person is into the events, and the person was like, said there's so much disparity. You see, it's like at every point in time in any economy, there is always a two-world. There's a two-world system. Let me just explain what I mean. Is that there's always those that are extremely wealthy and those that are extremely poor, and the choice is yours. That's one thing I want you to have an understanding. Because they were about to do an event. That's the guy is into event. And he said that they were looking for a particular specification of an event center. And for you to rent that type of event center, you need to have like 10 to 20 million naira. And he said that there is none of those event centers are booked. They were even ready to shift their dates. Said all of them are booked. In fact, he said there was one that they wanted so much, right? And he was even ready to pay higher, outbid the people that have paid. Said, since they have just done deposits, that event center was going to cost them about 15 million. He said they are ready to pay 25 million. That's 10 million naira premium. Said, and the owner of the event center said that the people that paid for this event center paid in full about a year ago. So money hides in people. Money hides in people. Yesterday, for those of us that are social media, you go to social media a lot, you know that yesterday there was a festival in the state that was trending, Udi the Oba. So this morning I couldn't follow yesterday because I was busy with so many things. I was just trying to, so I stumbled on an interview of one of the people. You know, this it's like a competition. It's all the families in Jebuland, they compete, and one of them said that they started preparing for that festival a month after the last year's edition. He said, and our costume this year cost are 50 million. Money as in people, money as in costume. Hope you know that that costume is not an asset. It's not a house. So what they mean by costume is probably the jewelry, the clothes, the whatever. I mean, for those that understand the video, you understand what I'm talking about. So money eyes in people association. Okay. So when you are seeing people from today, I want you to be seeing money people, money people. So type in the chat room, money equals to people, people equals to money. Money as an equal sign, money equals to people, people equals to money. Type it in the chat room. Very, very important. Because see, until you begin to see it, you will not value relationship the way you are supposed to value it. Right? You will not value relationship. And you see, the asset you are selling is what is desirable to people. Thank you, Jennifer. You got it right. Thank you, Sheol Timileyin. You got it right. Thank you, Mr. Idris. Thank you so much. Okay? Money equals to people. Yes, yes, yes. Money equals to people. So as we begin to round up, I just want to touch on this. There are so many things that you can also do, right? So you can also multiply your reach through strategic partnership when it comes to this people thing. Okay, so talk to association. There are so many associations. Partner with mortgage bank. Partner with every time. Let me explain what this is all about. The money, like okay, let's assume I don't have any cash with me now. Let's assume I have 10,000 naira cash with me. That 10,000 naira, I'm not in my house right now. I'll soon be going home after this class. I'll buy that 10,000 naira. There are quite a number of things that are competing for it. Probably after this session, I'll be thirsty. So I might need to drink water. So from that 10,000 naira, water is competing. Okay, there's possibility there's no fuel inside my car. That 10,000 naira filling station is competing for it. There's possibility after this class too. There's somebody that will have sent me a message for urgent 2K. Urgent 2K too. I don't know whether you get. So there's so many things that are competing for people's fund. So those things that are competing for people's fund are your competitors, not people, not fellow realtors. I don't know whether this can sink in. Your competitors and the people you need to collaborate with are the people that are competing for the same fund in the pocket of your customer. I hope that is sinking in. Those are the people, instead of now competing with them, collaborate with them. Okay? Collaborate with them. And a court, use the referral system, use everything. Time will not permit us to touch on all of these things because we just have less than 10 minutes to round up. Okay? So, in rounding up, okay, number one thing is this. Make sure you set your targets. Okay? Make sure you break it down. Okay? Make sure you keep pushing. And doing this, there's a platform already available for you, which is the RMP platform. It's going to take you through the process. All you just need to do is to what? To send RMP to 090 6000 5737. Okay? So I think at this point in time, I'll just take questions. I think our time is far, far, far spent. So let me just quickly take questions. So like I said, just type your question. That's how we're going to be taking questions. Any question that is not typed, we will not be taking them. So please, for the purpose of for sanity and for the proper coordination, we need you to type your questions. So I'm going to be reading your questions shortly so that we can. So I'm looking for the first question here. Okay, Mr. Bethel, or is it Madam Bethel, is asking, the first question I can see here is asking that one of my questions is, who is a real estate broker? So a real estate broker is a realtor. Is anybody, even though what is showing here is who is a real estate broker, but I think what you're saying is who is a real estate broker. So real estate broker is basically anyone that connects buyer to seller and they get a fee from it. So they can become realtors, they can become brokers, they can become consultants. Okay. So that's who the person is. So um, somebody say kindly repeat that. Okay, your office address. So our office address is at 21 Alakeonilere Crescent, Bagada, Lagos. That's where our office is. Okay. But the RMP training is online. So it's not holding physically in our office. Okay, it's online. So just make sure you send that message, and as soon as you send that message, you'll be guided on how to go about it. And see, that 20,000 naira is probably going to be the best investment you're going to be making this year. Because one thing that I can assure you, this year, in fact, this week, there are people that have made millions already. I'm telling you. Because we have a project that is selling in hundreds of acres, and people are making money. People are making money. I'm telling you, making money. People that have never dreamt that they will ever make money in their life, they are making money. People that are sharp, people that don't even have oratory skill are making money. I'm telling you, that's just, I mean, it's something that we are proud of. It's a plug and play system that will change your life. I'm telling you, that's just a fact. So how does one develop a fruitful lead? Professor Olufunke Ola Davis, you see, I'll answer your question. I've answered it actually. One of the ways the best way is to start from the known to the unknown. Yes. Especially if you are a first time person going into real estate, is to start from the known to the unknown. You cannot start from the unknown. When people don't know you, automatically they are cold leads. They are cold what? Leads. So you start from the people that know you to the unknown. But for more details, Professor Olufunke, one thing I can tell you is, you see, the 20K you are going to pay is something that I said will change your life. It's a money back guarantee. That one is key. Okay, just send RNP to 0906,0005737. Okay, let's see another question. Abimbola Shabi says, how do you get people to buy what you are selling? Is it when you do adverts that you get people, since we are in a global world? Yes, advert is one of those things, but there is a way to do advert. It's not just about doing advert, okay? That's the reason why I want you to join that RFP. There is a way to go about it. There are people that all we show them is this. You see, there are people that need what you are selling that are already around you. There is a way you can position yourself, Abimbola, that when people think of investment, your name is what will be coming to their mind all the time when they think of investment. Your name is what will be coming to their mind when they think of investment. It's all about positioning, right? So you can do all the other art in the world. If you have not properly positioned yourself as a thought person in that particular field, you will not be able to, you will not be able to command the kind of attraction, right? Because what we teach is this. We teach attracting sales, not running after sales. And that's the best way. Okay, that's the best way. Oh, so other question. Okay, Mr. Phillips is asking, good evening, sir. My name is Phillips. I want to ask if it's possible to serve as an intern under your company. Just join the RMP. The best internship you can get is to join RMP. Just pay that 20K, join the RMP, okay? Professor Lufunke, is the 10% given as cash or in property? It's not even 10%. I only use the 10% as illustration, and it's paid in cash. Okay, Mr. Idris is asking, how do I sign up with the company, the office address? Mr. Idris, just send RNP to 0906,0005737. Just send it. All the details, how you will register, how you will connect, it will be given to you. Okay. Sheol Timileyin is, how can a realtor manage rejection? It's not a question of managing rejection. One of the things we teach you in RMP is this. Rejection is part of the business. And knowing fully well that you must be comfortable in your own skin, knowing fully well that the fact that an idea was rejected does not mean that they rejected you. That's the number one breakthrough you need. The fact that an idea was rejected was not They didn't reject you. It was the idea that they rejected. And I want you to have that at the back of your mind. It was the idea that was rejected. Okay. So basically, when people say no to my own product, I make sure that they keep getting these updates and make them see what they have missed. That's what I make sure they do. Later on, by the time I have another offer, they will be the one pursuing me. Do you understand? I will make sure, let me use the local palace. I'll pepper them with my products. You understand? So it's a long-term thing, and eventually people will see that, okay, Mr. Paras has paid awesome. So please just send RMP. So Mr. Paras, make sure you send the proof of payment. Instead of dropping it here, send it to that number on WhatsApp. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone. Let's have a great and wonderful night. I think we've answered all the questions that we can answer tonight. And let's have a great and wonderful night. Bye, everyone.